All right, welcome back to the University of Manitoba Bison's game versus the Miami Redhawks. We're going on to game 3 of a best of 3. Two undefeated teams going head-to-head. Playoff on the line. Again, they don't. If they lose this game, they're not completely out. But this would secure playoffs, so the University of Manitoba wants them.
Yeah, this would secure their spot in the playoffs. And two really back and forth games so far for both of these teams. Well, the first game, U of Manitoba just stomped them, and the second game, the other way around, Miami just came out swinging. And so this third one, man, I'm really excited for this. This is anyone's game.
Yeah,
so that coming in just as we expected, just as every game before it.
Yeah, and the Gangplank coming in banning the other way. The Jarvan being banned by University of Manitoba. So again, targeting their jungler. Are they? And yeah, there goes the Gale.
Yeah, the Galio goes out, man. That was so strong in that game. Just so hard to kill those carries from the University of Manitoba side. The U of M, just despite their crazy engages, their dives in, just could not kill those carries fast enough. And the Sejuani coming out, Gangplank, Zoe, and Sejuani have 100% ban rate in this in this particular series. Not surprising. All very, very strong competitive picks.
Yeah, and there you go. The Vladimir being banged out again. That cat popped out in game 1. So yeah, don't want to give them a crazy high priority. Crazy carry at the first pick, so they let that go. But it is going to be the Gnar going back onto Rodolph.
Yeah, the Gnar has seen play in all 3 games and really strong. Has been really strong in all 3 games, getting that lane pushing going on. And we'll see what the answer is this time, because there's been a couple of options for the answer and it hasn't worked. But it looks like the Azir might finally come out and see some play.
Yeah, so that being banned usually at the second phase of action, but this time is going to be first pick. But for the Miami Redhawks. Whoa, I lost how to speak for a second.
Yep, Miami Redhawks.
Gigantic priority. You're going to put it on this champion. Can do tons of damage.
Really great laning, really great late game phase, and the Camille comes out as the response to the Gnar this time. So that we already saw that matchup last game, didn't go so well for the Camille. We'll see if Miami can make it happen.
So that tons of damage and tons of carries being picked up by the Redhawks to start off this game. So they're looking to make sure they have those. The Varus pick, that has been banned previously, is now going to go over to University of Manitoba now. So they're going to be able to take that, and that's a top solo queue pick right now, and honestly top competitive as well.
Definitely, already looking at some crazy engage and crazy team fights for this U Manitoba squad. That Varus ultimate into the Gnar ultimate, just so much AoE crowd control, and that can really turn the tide of a game.
Oh, here we go again. We're looking to see what they're going to be able to pull off here in this next pick, and it's going to be the Kazakhs going over for the University of Manitoba as they grabbed that. Last time they picked it, he did really, really, really well.
That was hard to deal with, and we'll see what the jungle response is to that. Looks like it could be the Nidalee once again, and that is the Nidalee. So yeah, these are both very high performing junglers for these two in the context of this series anyway. So we'll see who reigns supreme. Nidalee is both of them able to move around the jungle so quickly. Nidalee really good at that objective control, but if they meet in the jungle, Kazakhs comes out on top. So he's going to be looking to start some fights and get in some brawls in the jungle to stop that Nidalee from doing what she needs to do.
Yeah, so the Orianna is going to be banned out, as well as the Caitlyn by University of Manitoba. The next ban coming through for the Redhawks is going to be that. I missed it.
It was the Rise. The Rise came in. Yeah, so that was the Rise ban, and that is not surprising. So that's the big 3 mids. The victory here for the Miami Redhawks is they got Azir. So that is going to be there's pretty much nobody who can really face Azir right now in lane that isn't banned that already. So you could see the Vladimir against it, could see the Zoe, but yeah, that Azir is so strong, and we're going to be looking to that mid lane to see what he can do with that.
I really, really like this Tom Kench pick done by Miami here, answering a lot of what could potentially happen. If Kazakhs comes in for a pick, if he doesn't completely one-shot someone, Tom Kench saves them. any other one gets hit by those ultimates, Tahm Kench can save him. So we saw last time how big the Galio was to save a priority target when Manitoba went in. This time, it's not quite as good because it's only one target and he's not suddenly fighting everyone and killing everyone too. But could be a potentially huge pick for Miami.
Yeah, the Tahm Kench also that gobble up is not his ultimate, so he's got that on a much lower cooldown. So really good for laning phase as well. Just such a safe, and you expect to see a hyper carry out of Miami in the bot lane there.
Yeah, so they're going to round out the composition for University of Manitoba with a Janna, another safe bot lane pick to help get that Varus into late game, and the Malzahar coming out for the mid lane for U of M.
Yeah, definitely somewhat expected. Malzahar also very strong in the mid lane, very good with that pick comp, but it's very unusual actually to see a Malzahar picked into a Tahm Kench because that is just such a natural counter, right? But as we said before, looking for that hyper carry, there's the Jinx.
Yep, exactly. Hyper carry indeed. Jinx now with that very Katarina-like resets where she's going to have infinite attack speed to be brought out into this game. So if they can protect that champion, this could be a very interesting game. I love the picks by both teams. It's actually super spicy and
very exciting. Yeah, very exciting game here. And yeah, I'm interested to see what that Malzahar is going to be able to do into that Tahm Kench. Very unusual to me to see that. But we'll see if they've got a plan. They are definitely able to pick people out with this composition. So it's basically, I think it's down to the junglers to see who can get that rolling because these are really aggressive, high priority, high mobility junglers.
Yeah, definitely. And wow, we're going into game 3 again. This is a win for U of M. It means they are in the playoffs guaranteed. It means they're guaranteed getting scholarship money. So they want to win this game 3 more than probably any other game they've played so far this season. So let's introduce our teams for those just tuning in. I'm going to take another shot at the U of M team. Let's hope I get it in the right order. In the top lane, we have Rodov. At jungle, we have Soul.
That's it. Take it slow. Take it slow.
We have Kept. Oh, I'm good. I'm 3 for 3. And no carry, we have Hartwig, and the support position being played by KBS.
And as they say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Nice work, Johnny. And so for the opposing them, trying to deny their playoff bye, we have the Miami Redhawks. In the top lane, Fire Hoops. In the jungle, Dude Salad. In the mid lane, Deathhawk, ADC, Iceberg Slim. And in the support, Alex and Theo, who was crazy on that Karma last game. We'll see what he can do on the Tahm Kench.
Again, if you are just tuning in, we are doing an RP giveaway. So, $10 RP card giving away by draw, and how to enter this draw is you're watching. So you're kind of already entering. If you watch 1 hour, you get 12 points towards the draw. The other way is to answer questions we're going to periodically ask throughout the stream. So right now, who do you think is going to win this game, this much important game 3? Again, it was a stomp by U of M in game 1. It was a stomp by Miami in game 2. So now it's going to be a great head-to-head going into this final game.
Yeah, and just really exciting compositions coming in. Very volatile compositions. It could be, as you say, anyone's game. Really, really exciting gameplay we're looking for here. And very different goals in these two compositions, but hard to tell how the lanes are going to go. Gnar, very, very strong. Gnar and Camille both very strong in that top lane. So they're going to duke it out. Last time Gnar came out ahead. We'll see if in the reverse matchup, because this is an exact reverse matchup of the previous game. So this is going to be a true test of skill between these two top laners.
Yeah, and I think the very interesting matchup is the jungle matchup. We saw the Kazakhs carry game 1. We saw the Nidalee carry game 2. So now they're put these champions against each other to see who's going to be the harder carry coming out of the jungle position. So that's an extremely exciting matchup for me.
Yeah.
And of course, the AD carry matchup could be extremely interesting as well. 2 late game AD carries that are looking to do a ton of damage. Varus, though, of course, has that long range Q and a long range poke that's going to help him a lot in the early game.
Yeah, in that early laning phase, you're looking to see Hartwig and KBS push in, and you're going to see looking to see Iceberg, Slim, and Alex and Theo try to follow up on some sort of gank pressure from Nidalee, just so that they can relieve that pressure from the Varus ultimate. Kazakh's very, very difficult to play against in the early game with that high burst damage.
And finally, the interesting thing, the last pick, the Malzahar that went over to the mid lane, they already have an enemy team picking Tahm Kench, so it's a little bit of, like, in terms of the team fight, a counter, but could be a very good thing in the laning phase against the Azir. So, because if you get the ultimate down onto the enemy Azir and you have Kazakhs coming, that's going to be a guaranteed kill.
Absolutely, and Malzahar, one of the few people who can actually push Azir in. Azir very strong at pushing. Malzahar, once he gets that lost chapter, but arguably even stronger with the push. And so we'll see how that matchup shakes out. Possibly also looking for that jungle pressure. Kha'Zix definitely going to look for Kha'Zix to show up around level 6, try and get that early kill onto Deathhawk.
Yes, exactly. So what we've seen a lot from this team has been a ban of the Azir in the second round of bans. And so while not given priority earlier in the pick, it wasn't always eventually given priority. So what do you think about this Azir pick, and what do you think it's going to potentially do in this game?
Well, Azir, really great late game champion. Just so much scaling with those soldier auto attacks. So much damage in the late game. Also, that ultimate, never to be underestimated. It can really displace people. So you're looking for heavy damage in late game team fights. Not only that, but in the very early sections of this matchup, Azir does really bully the Malzahar and is able to poke him out and push him in, because Malzahar just doesn't have the mana to properly push in that lane before he gets the lost chapter. So we're going to try to see early lane presence out of this Azir, and then if he can avoid that level 6 gank with the Malzahar ultimate, then he can start snowballing into the late game.
All right, we already asked you who was going to win in this game, but now, as we see an early invade happening here, who do you think is going to get first blood in this game? Again, answering that question correctly first can get you 5 points towards our RP giveaway that we're doing at the end of the stream. So it could happen right now.
Yeah, Manitoba totally unseen. The University of Miami has no idea that these three are in this bush. And so we saw pings going out. Oh, here comes Dude Salad. He's going to get caught.
Yeah, Rodolph shows now, and they're going to put down a bunch of damage. The flash is going to be forced out of Dude Salad. He's going to have to run away. Fire Hoops is going to try to get them to slow down to push them away, but the splash is probably an excellent thing to grab early on for U of M.
Victory for U of M. Soul kind of sticking around, trying his luck here, and he does chase after Deathhawk, not wanting to face that. But Soul with pretty low HP right now. Dude Salad, not so much. He does have the flash still, but Rudolph gonna stick around and try to bait or bully this out. Here comes Soul again.
Yeah, so they don't want to give it up so easily now. Soul just walking back and forth, taking damage from his ear.
Oh, Deathhawk, yeah. Deathhawk coming in with that pressure. Rodolph, good poke. It's hard to say who well, but U of M comes out ahead in the end because they get that flash out of Dude Salad. But
slower clear now for
tough start for the Kha'Zix, because he's already Kha'Zix's clear gets him relatively low if he does a full clear. So we'll see if his path changes by that. So he's barely done his blue buff, and Dude Salad's already almost finished the second camp.
Yeah, and he has to do it by himself now, too. So it's a dangerous time for him early on in this game. So he's going to have a bit of disadvantage. But again, that flash being off Dude Salad can be very, very relevant. The gank is not going to be as easy within his first 5 minutes as it was in that first game.
Yeah, and here we see Deathhawk bullying out Kept a bit. See how Saw in the bot lane, as we said before, Heartwig and KBS wanting to push that lane in, wanting to use that Varus lane pressure to get that lane pushed in, get maybe a bit of a CS lead. And looks like they're successful in that so far. Not much Iceberg, Slim, and Alex and Theo can do yet.
Yeah, definitely. And a reminder, too, right after the stream, we have the JV1 game going on as well. So the University of Manitoba action isn't over just after this game. So stay tuned. The JV1 team is also undefeated so far in CSL play.
That's right. Yeah, and very exciting games coming in there for sure. Very exciting game coming in here as well. The lot on the line for the U of M on this team. If they win this match, they will secure a playoff spot. So they are looking to try to do their absolute best in this game. And here comes Dude Salad towards the bot lane, just puts down a ward, and that push not going to be punished just yet from the U of M.
So we're seeing basically an even game coming out so far. The 3:30 marks usually the time for the first gank, but instead it's just going to be Soul and Dude Salad fighting 1v1 in the river. The Azir is coming over here to answer. See if Soul's going to pay for his life. Flash now going to have to come out of Soul. Dude Salad, remember, doesn't have hers, but it doesn't matter so much. The first blood is going to still go over to this Nidalee. Meanwhile, Deathhawk is now collapsing onto Kept. Dude Salad is right here with double buffs. So that red
buff comes down.
Buff burn is going to be hurting. Oh, the spear is not enough to kill him. But gigantic first blood going over to Dude Salad once again on this Nidalee.
Yeah, nice play by Dude Salad, able to take advantage of the fact that Soul was already low HP from his first clear, and just being able to get in there on Soul and take advantage of that matchup. Even though Kha'Zix generally, and you saw the burst coming out, Kha'Zix almost taking out the Nidalee, but Dude Salad knew what his limits were, knew he was still able to push in, and he got the flash and the death out of Soul.
Yeah, good job there by this Nidalee without the flash still making that play happen. Was a thing we were talking about, would potentially be gigantic, so it's proving that it doesn't mean that much anyway. So great job, yeah, once again by University of Miami.
Yeah, Dude Salad really looking for glory in this game, and coming down to the bot lane. Still no wards. KBS has no idea here.
All right, so yeah, here comes Dude Salad here. The exhaust is coming out. KBS is going down real low. The heal's gonna come up to try to save him, but it's not gonna be enough. Dude Salad's gonna pick up a second kill of the game, and Harvey's just gonna have to back off and watch his friend die.
Oh no, that's just such a tragedy for the U of M bot lane, or the University of Manitoba bot lane. Just such a nice roam by Dude Salad, and they hadn't had that warded the entire game. Nidalee came down, warded it, and went for the Kazakhs, then came down again. Just probably the University of Manitoba bot lane thought she might go top side just because she had just been bottom side, but really nice adaptation from Dude Salad to get that kill.
So once again, Dude Salad. Again, the first time I saw
that Nidalee. Yeah. I don't know about this Nidalee pick. Yeah.
This is stupid. What a jump.
Nidalee sucks. Yeah.
I'm clearly shutting up about that now, as it's proving to be so much worse.
Yeah, Nidalee looking really good in this game, that's for sure. Dude Salad, obviously an expert, and as we say, Nidalee very successful in high elo, high skill games. Not as successful in middle tier. So if you're looking in solo queue, you're looking to get out of that silver 5. Yeah. Do some practice. Watch Dude Salad. Dude Salad knows what he's doing on that Nidalee. Yeah. Plus, very, very good in an organized team because you can get a lot of objective control.
Which, again, is crazy because I was looking over at the champions these guys play earlier in the game, and Dude Salad basically played a bunch of Jarvan, a bunch of Sejuani. So I thought
those engaged champions, those CC, and very little Nidalee, but really, really nice to pull out. And possibly somewhat of a bait for the University of Manitoba team. We know they're looking at each other's OPGGs, so Dude Salad kind of hiding this Nidalee pick.
Yeah, and you can't really ban Nidalee. There's so many priority picks that it's a good to have.
Absolutely true. I might have considered it after game 2, but even so, yeah, it's hard. There's so many. Gotta get that Zoe out of there. Gotta get that Sejuani out of there. So here's another trade between the junglers. Deathhawk comes in, no mana though.
Yeah, not enough to be able to do much damage. That ultimate's going to come out of Kep. Can Soul follow up? He's really low on HP. And he shouldn't have even tried to be around as Dude Salad hits him with his spear and picks up his 3rd kill of the game.
Dude Salad sneaks that spear in. Beautiful play by him, and Soul gets punished for his greed. That is just such a nice play by the University of Miami duo, mid-jungle duo. So just once again, we got that snowballing Dude Salad coming in, and looks good for University of Miami right now.
Insane amount of damage coming through.
Dude Salad coming again.
Oh, here he goes, going towards the mid lane.
No, he does have flash.
But he's just going to be able to walk away.
Yeah, that red buff burning on. Dude Salad with that red. That's the strength of Nidalee jungle, is that when you come out of a bush and get that red buff proc, you can get it. You have a pretty long range auto attack. You can get that slow down, and that just makes it so much easier to land whatever crowd control might be available in that lane, and the rest of your damage. Also to land that spear. And so when you get a Nidalee really strong like this, it's just so scary to see her come out of that bush.
Meanwhile, although Nidalee is really strong, we are seeing CS advantages going over the top lane and to the bot lane for University of Manitoba. So they know if they can hang on to that and continue to snowball those leads, it still might be enough to be in this game, as they're only 1,000 gold behind.
Absolutely true, yeah. And both of these teams scale well into the late game. I mean, the University of Miami, definitely a very good late game team with that Azir and Jinx. But the University of Manitoba team, no slouches in the late game either. That Varus just does so much, and you often see Varus having the most damage in a game, even in games where he loses. Just so much of that on-hit damage with that Rage Blade.
Exactly, being able to get all that damage out in such a quick amount of time. So many auto attacks comes out. This attack speed is insane at a certain point. So we're gonna have to be looking at that matchup closely as this game continues to go forward.
Yeah.
While we're talking about CS advantages, I might as well ask the question in this game. Who do you think is going to have the most farm by the end of this game? Currently, Hartwig is leading in that category with 81. But do you think this Jinx is going to catch up? Iceberg Slim at 71, who had the highest CS of last game. Let us know what you think in the Twitch chat. If you answer correctly, again, you get 5 points towards the RP giveaway.
Yeah, so, Deathhawk also challenging that. Deathhawk, or Azir, one of the few mids who often contests AD carries for the most farm in a game. You see lots of farm coming out of Azir just because of those auto attacks. And University of Miami going for the dragon.
Yeah, they're looking over towards this dragon, trying to put priority on this Mounted Drake, as it does give them a lot of objective control, especially again with Nidalee around here as well. So they're basically about to actually missed the smite, but no harm, no foul, as they're still going to be able to pick it up.
Surprising to see Dude Salad miss a smite like that, and that was an opportunity for sure for Soul.
A small margin.
Iceberg Slim had to finish off that dragon, but yeah, as you say, no harm, no foul. University of Manitoba going to try to take advantage of this by the top lane roam from Malzahar trying to push this turret in. Not much Fire Hoops can do about it right now, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get actually threatened to take this turret. And here comes the ultimate from Alex.
Yeah, ultimate Alex and Theo come down as they're trying to make an engagement of the bot lane, but it's just basically just do enough so Iceberg Slim can just get some CS and catch up in that category.
But here comes the rest of the University of Miami to go for that dive, and we'll see if University of Manitoba backs off. Looks like they are going to back off and just give this priority to the University of Miami. This might be the first tower going down. It's going to be a bit of a race, actually, from between the top lane and the bottom lane.
It's definitely a race. The ultimate is trying to slow them down, trying to see if they can stop them out, but it might not be enough. Oh, but it is going to be enough, actually. The first turret is going to go over to U of M. They win that first brick tower race. Barely by the slimmest of margins.
Really, really good job by the University of Manitoba to keep that pressure on and get that extra gold. That's just that feels really good. It's almost a morale booster more than anything right now for them to get out of this rough early game. And also Deathhawk went in with the ultimate, so that spell cooldown is down. Kept being able to push into this mid turret without the threat of that ultimate. He can push pretty safely, and we'll see what he does with this priority. They know where Dude Salad is here. Stepped across a ward. Soul still not being able to do much, but ahead in farm. So good job. Good job for Soul to still keep his head about him and still keep that CS going.
Yeah, excellent job being put together by this U of M team to still hang on to this game. Again, despite the 3-kill advantage, it is now even in gold because, again, the first brick and being able to pick up that tower. They have all these CS leads. Rodov right now sitting at 30 CS. That's almost like 2 kills over top Fire Hoop. So it ends up everything kind of in the wash now currently, and that's great news for U of M, who want to put together a good late team.
Yeah, good work by the 2 solo laners of the University of Manitoba to manage that CS differential so that even though Kept went up there and left mid lane for a while, he's still able to keep more or less even with Deathhawk in CS, while Rodov is able to get a huge advantage. So good job. That's mostly, as you say, what's keeping them basically even in the gold in this game.
Yep, but again, we're going to see what this Dude Salad is going to do with the 3 kills. He spent a lot of time in lanes trying to make more ganks happen and all that. So they're picking up their buffs here, and we're going to see where the junglers go and where they decide to path right after. A pretty crucial moment in the game coming.
Yeah, and Dude Salad by this time in the game was even more was able to snowball their team even more. So U of M able to get that. What they did last game was they were able at a certain point in the game to sort of sit back a little bit, cut their losses, and give up some objectives in order to just get into their scaling objective. And they've been able to do that a little earlier in this game, which might be their saving grace.
Exactly, but we're seeing this mid lane fight go between Kept and Deathhawk as both have such good wave clear that these
so hard to push in. And I was saying, it's been a while since I saw that Azir Malzahar matchup. You'd see Azir banned a lot, but actually there really is no pushing advantage. They just both clear those waves so fast. It's just whoever kind of gets to lane.
Yeah, especially with Kept being gifted the blue buff here from Soul. So never mind, he doesn't give it to him.
Nope. Looks like Soul's taking it. Yeah.
Oops.
I think that was a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're getting some wards now going over deep into the jungle. Here, they're deep one here. They're going to look towards Soul and get him. Kept did end up getting the blue buff. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, we were. Here's the ultimate coming in for Kept.
This is the fight that matters. And again, that big save coming in with Tom Kench. Here comes the stopwatch to prevent some damage, and the splash is going to be used by Dude Salad. This is going to be a rear save. Iceberg Slim with a gigantic ultimate to hit someone in the middle. Don't be low around that champion. He's going to take you out, and now they're looking at sieging his tower.
kept. What are you doing in the front line with 200 HP? That was just a mistake in positioning by him, although tough to get around in those team fights. And that's big poke, big damage onto the U of M or the University of Manitoba. And yeah, Miami just taken over this mid lane.
So maybe he shouldn't have got the blue buff because now it just went over the other team.
Yeah, that was a bit of a debacle all around in that blue buff discussion. But good job by the University of Miami. And we did see the stopwatch and flash come out from Dude Salad. So we'll see if they can take advantage of those resources being down for Dude Salad and see if they can get that shutdown gold. That would be really valuable on Soul to get to that point where you can blow him up. Dude Salad come in. Not going to be able to do much here. They clear out the wards. And yeah, we'll see if they can get that shutdown gold now that Dude Salad does not have flash or stopwatch available. And U of Manitoba with the counter push on mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to do a ton of damage here. Rodov actually is going to be his presence here in lane with that Black Cleaver helps them do so much damage to a tower if they all siege together. So they're going to pick that up here. He's got a 50 CS. Wait, quick math, 30 CS lead. 36.
30. Yeah. Still, huge CS lead right now coming out. Camille's nowhere near that Trinity Force, it looks like. So that is just, well, she's somewhat near the Trinity Force, but with Rodov already on a completed item, that 1v1 which Camille is supposed to, in theory, be able to win and be able to create that pressure in the top lane, Rodov definitely just taking over this game just like he did in game 1 with that Gnar.
Again, we still got to look over Dude Salad, currently sitting with a 3-0-1-1 record, our highest KDA currently in the game, which again, one of our questions as always is who's going to have the best KDA in this game. Let us know in the Twitch chat below who you think it's going to be, if it's going to stay on Dude Salad or not. But he's trying to increase it now as he's actually going on top of Rodov, but it's just going to be knocked away here by the Blast Cone. But Alex and Theo is going to come here with his ultimate, see if they're going to continue to engage, but they just have to walk away. Deathhawk is actually going to put down a ton of poke damage, but they're just going to slide out of here in the river and nothing.
Yeah, Soul on a ward here.
Oh, but Soul, he's okay. Everyone's okay. Everything's okay. No one panic.
Happy feet by Soul to get out of that Tom Kenshin. It was just a kind of a Hail Mary tongue slap anyway. So fighting over this Rift Scuttler, actually very important objective right now. That move speed in the middle of this team fight, that vision around the dragon, so important. And Miami is going to be able to secure that. So they have dragon pressure. Absolutely, they have dragon pressure right now. So
yeah, they're trying to get the second mountain to be gigantic from taking objectives. It's currently even in gold on both sides, so a big team fight might explode here.
Rodov about to go Mega.
Yeah, exactly. Mega Gnar is about to happen here. He's going to hit a gigantic ultimate. He's done it before. He's looking for a target. Deathhawk's going to come in, try to make that insect happen. Quick to be with his team, but the Malzahar's going to ultimate and stop him down. Harwin's going to be able to pick up the first kill of his fight. Rodov's going to pick up the kill on the other side as he goes straight to the back line. And this is advantage University of Manitoba as they continue to push harder. 2 people dead on the Miami side. It's going to look like it's going to be the third as Fire Hoops goes down real low. He's able to actually just barely escape. So again, gigantic win for University of Manitoba here. They're now looking to siege towards his mid lane tower.
Nicely played team fight by the University of Manitoba. Rodov, the hero in that play, goes into the back line right past the Azir, kind of uses the Azir ult to push him forward and solos Iceberg Slim in the middle of everyone. So once again, that Rodov able to just create so much pressure in team fights, and probably a bit ambitious of Deathhawk to go in with that ultimate. Just immediately gets Malzahar ulted, and Rodov's pressure in the backline was enough so that his ultimate pushing their carries in was just didn't do enough. Deathhawk's ultimate, that is, just didn't do enough for them to be successful in that team.
Yeah, maybe used to having the Galio from that last game. So like I said,
exactly, yeah.
Sort of serves the same-ish purpose, but doesn't jump out of nowhere to do it.
Yeah, so he went in for the engage, but no, Deathhawk, you're the damage. You've got to do damage in this fight. So, University of Miami trying to push this tower down, probably going to be able to get it. But the Malzahar wave clear is very strong, so we'll see. And there's Soul in the backline.
Yeah. Cat's gonna manage to use the ultimate onto Deathhawk. He's gonna flash away. Soul's gonna use the stopwatch to stop it there. But here comes the ultimate out of Rodov as he goes Mega Gnar and is able to take out Iceberg Slim. Hardware is gonna pick up another kill onto the Tom Kench right after that. That's 2 for nothing, and they're gonna continue to press on.
They weren't ready at all for that Rodov engage. What a nice play by Rodov, though, to get right into the backline once more, right on cooldown using that ultimate. So just super nice. A little bit of a mispositioning by Iceberg Slim to be that close to the Gnar there, and they're going to take Rift Herald for their trouble.
Yeah, and Fire Hoop's teleport was down for that fight. It's up now, but it literally came up after the fight, so terrible timing for anyone rooting for the Miami Redhawks right now, as their Rift Herald is going to be picked up by the University of Manitoba, and so far, whoever takes this objective has won the game. So,
that's right. Yeah.
Good job by University of Manitoba. Picked up now with 19 minutes and 30 seconds into this one.
Yeah, a couple of reasons for that. For one, the Rift Herald isn't the highest priority objective, so if you're taking it, it probably means you're already ahead. So that's one thing. But not only that, the pushing power of the Rift Herald can't be denied. I also, as a jungler, love that empowered recall you get from the Rift Herald passive being on you. So
that's probably the best part, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's probably like.
In the two games we saw, I believe University of Manitoba just had to use it at some point to.
Yeah, they both just kind of whiff the Rift Herald.
And then Miami in that second game used it, and it just got taken out right away. So as much as I said, 100% win rate with Rift Herald. The actual use of the Rift Herald is probably not even that important.
It's mostly the fact that if you're taking the Rift Herald, you're ahead in the map anyway. So
it's tempo.
Yeah, it's still kind of somewhat a good metric actually of who's in control of the game, because you take it if basically you want to fight and you don't have any other objectives to take, and they got it just in time. Baron's up now.
Yeah, exactly. With a 3,000 gold lead, Baron is back up now. They took that Rift Herald before Baron spawned. Probably not fighting for it yet, but they are looking to get tons of work done deep into this jungle and try to take away a lot of resources from Dude Salad.
Yeah, Hartwig maybe trying to bait them out here. Not quite alone. KBS there to protect him if Dude Salad and Fire Hoops try to go in. And the top turret goes down to Iceberg Slim. He's pushing down. Not much available to contest him, but he does recall just for fear of where Rodolph might be.
Exactly. Well, Rodolph is able to pick up the first turret there on the bottom side. They're looking to pick up this tier 2 now with the Rift Herald. And here we go. Actually, a good use of the Rift Herald this time. He's going to get some damage here. And
they're going to get that tower,
turret.
Yeah, go Shelly.
Yeah, go Shelly. He's going to go on. Thank you for doing your job. You're out of here. But yeah, another turret being picked up by University of Manitoba. Rodolph's in the top side, but he does have teleports. So if a fight breaks out, he can be there.
U of Miami able to gather around to prevent any further pushing there. And this mid lane turret for University of Manitoba is still pretty low. So if they are able to get a nice rotation and get some pressure on that tower, just a couple of auto attacks will take it down.
So we're basically 22 minutes into this game. It's 4 for 4 for kills, but again, the objective control by University of Manitoba has been huge, has led them into a 3.5k gold lead. Baron's now up, so they're going to start setting up vision around that, and everything's looking good for University of Manitoba, but it's still a very open game.
Yeah, we see a Quicksilver Sash coming out from Deathhawk. We also see one on Alex and Theo, which I suppose is because...
Malzahar.
Yeah, well, it's because of Malzahar, obviously. But Alex and Theo's getting it early because he can't eat himself. So the reason you don't see it completely rushed on Iceberg Slim is because he's got Alex and Theo there to eat him up if Malzahar ults him. Alex and Theo, on the other hand, Jinx probably couldn't fit Tom Kench in her belly, so she's not going to be able to... She's not going to be able to protect him in the same way he can protect her. So
the interesting thing is the rush towards that. Oh, never mind. Hold on 1 second. A fight might be breaking out here as they are fighting.
Nice.
Ooh, ton of damage goes onto KBS, but he's not going to die quite yet. Meanwhile, they're looking to go over here, but Deathhawk is like, nah, I'm a zero.
Just getting some vision in that jump.
Yeah, so sorry, the point I was trying to
what were you saying? I'm interested in your response to my rambling about Tom Kench not being able to eat.
Yeah, but Quicksilver Sash being rushed onto support has been an interesting pick, because it kind of shows you that you don't want to get picked off, but here comes Soul as he's trying to make a damage here. Every time I try to speak, it starts playing each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so, do I have time?
Just go.
Okay, so you're trying to be careful because you don't want to be picked off. And the interesting thing though is you're Tom Kench and you're pretty tanky.
Yeah.
If you're so far out that you need a Quicksilver Staff to save you, I think you're too far out. So I don't 100% like the.
We'll see if we see that. We'll see if we see that interaction where Tom Kench needs to eat somebody because they're in threat of the Varus ult or something, but he gets CC'd. So Tom Kench gets Malzahar ulted. Iceberg Slim gets caught by Varus ultimate. Tom Kench uses Quicksilver Sash to eat Jinx.
No, here's what it is.
Okay,
he does not want to have the most deaths in this game. So if you're looking to pick someone for the most deaths question and earn RP, Alex and Theo say, don't pick me.
Yeah, Alex and Theo definitely giving you a reason not to pick him. Very, very good transition there, Johnny.
Exactly.
Really
so again,
that.
5 points for answering that question correctly.
Yeah.
Who do you think will have the most deaths in this game? You get 5 points with our RP giveaway if you answer that.
Yeah, a couple of
probably the best transition I've ever done.
I am still sort of sitting here with my mouth hanging open right now at that segue.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're now almost 25 minutes into this game. Rodolph is pushing in that bottom lane. He is almost at the point of flame horizon, and he's 90 CS over Fire Hoops. So Fire Hoops can't go anywhere near this Gnar right now. In terms of how much more gold he has and how much more damage he does. And they're starting off the Baron here. You see the Jinx ult come out to see if they can try to steal it with potentially that, but it is actually just enough to make him back off.
Yeah, just the fact that U of Manitoba realized that Miami was aware that they were doing the Baron was enough to have them peel off, but they are going to go right back onto it.
Yeah, they go onto it. There's 3 wards that see him, or they don't see him because of that pink ward currently, so this is going to be a YOLO steal by Dude Salad if he does go for it. He jumps in, he's not able to secure it, he gets suppressed instantly, and he's going to be blown up. Shutdown goes over to KBS, but the real award is that Baron.
Yeah, Dude Salad once again missing the smite. Very difficult one there, obviously, but that was more or less a 50-50. They weren't able to peel off of it the way they were able to that one time in game 1. So it was just a 50-50, and I actually thought Nidalee burst it so hard, Kha'Zix burst it harder. So there's just a higher threshold of damage for Kha'Zix, and so if it's played perfectly, Kha'Zix wins the 50-50.
Job by Manitoba now stretching this lead. As they continue to press harder, they're going to take some more of the jungle, and they're going to look to maybe take a good siege with the Baron buff.
Yeah, we'll see how they use that Baron buff. There are a couple of those tier 2 towers still pretty. The middle tower is pretty low. That's a difficult tower to hold. That mid tier 2 towers. So are the side lanes. In this case, where U of Manitoba has map control, those side lane tier 2 towers so difficult to hold because they're so easily dived from the side, from the jungle avenues. And so, nice damage onto KBS there. But yeah, we'll see. It could be that University of Miami just gives these up for free because University of Manitoba has a lot of engaged tools that they can use to really snowball a fight if they catch someone out.
Looking over at the CS tools once again. Never mind, because Soul wants to go in for a fight. Rodolph's going to jump in as well.
Here's the ultimate coming down.
Hardwick's there's an ultimate. Alison Theo is going to be able to get a save on that, but it's going to force them all to back away, and ultimate's used, but really, this Baron empowered minions are going to continue the siege. The Flame Horizon is complete for Rodolph, a complete 100 CS over Fire Hoops, and you can't stop them right now.
Yeah, these so many turrets going down to this Baron buff. They're using it really well. They're doing a really great job of the split push, and part of that is because nobody can face Rodolph. There's no one on. You have to send 2 people from University of Miami even to get close to getting Rodolph out of that lane. So hard to deal with a Gnar who is in this position. He's got 2, almost 3 completed items, and yeah, as you say, 100 CS up. Just so much pressure created by that Gnar right now.
Rodolph here looking to prove why everyone potentially thinks he's one of the best players in these tournaments, and continue to be a hard carry for this team. And you know, picking up a great champion for him to do that on. So he's continuing to press, and just that split push pressure he puts on, and knowing you can't fight him if you try to 1v1 him, 2v2 him maybe even you probably couldn't do. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's played well. He played pretty well in their loss as well. At this point, if it's hard to give it this kind of quantification, but if University of Miami wins, MVP goes to Dude Salad. If University of Manitoba wins, MVP goes to Rodolph.
And that being said, since those 3 kills, Dude Salad hasn't been able to do much. And this is the point of the game where I normally criticize that Nidalee.
That Nidalee, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he did do well with it last game. They were able to snowball it here, but there's not a whole lot Dude Salad at this point of the game can even do.
Yeah, still getting a decent amount of poke out if he hits that Janna or Kha'Zix with that Q, but what University of Miami really wants to do here is get that Jinx popping off, and she flashes in.
Jinx goes with the flash. Is going to force Alex and Theo to just save him. The ultimate comes out of Heartwig, and basically he's not going to be all in. Oh, Fire Hoops is going to jump in towards the back line. He's going to be able to pick up Soul. Kept picks up an inhibitor on the other side, but at least they're going to pick up a kill. He's going to be saved, so Iceberg Slim's going to pick up that one kill on Soul.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, nice work by Firehoops. Way to go on taking advantage of that opportunity. He saw Soul a little bit out of position, and Firehoops just jumps right on it, no hesitation. So good job here. And here comes the engage.
Here comes the ultimate and the hard engage coming in. Firehoops gonna ultimate down. They're gonna be up with one more kill on the KBS. Hartwig's gonna go down real low. He's gonna be eventually taken out. Rodolph comes over here, but I don't think you could 1v5. As much as I said you were really strong, that's not the point you could do that. But really though, they got a tower, they got a bottom inhibitor, they got a second tower. It's still a success for University of Manitoba.
Yeah, U of M, really great Baron push. They did get more of a gold lead, now 10,000 gold ahead from that Baron. But what University of Miami did was about the best they could do in terms of reacting to those plays. And Firehoops, really, really well done by him to take advantage of those, to just like really be proactive whenever University of Manitoba overextended, which was twice during that Baron fight. So good job.
Yeah, definitely. So while we have a bit of a lull in the game, you know, even though he's Flame Horizoning him, he doesn't have the most farm in this game right now. That's currently going over to Iceberg Slim. So for the chance at winning of our RP giveaway, who do you think is going to end up with the most CS? Is Rodolph going to catch up and have the most, or is it still just going to be Iceberg Slim? Because, well, Jinx uses one rocket and with a static shift proc clears an entire wave. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jinx definitely. In these long games, my money's on Jinx for most CS. But, you know, there's always that Varus, always split pushing. He's got that Runan's Hurricane going on to hit multiple minions at once. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. The farm definitely a big factor in this game to Jinx on almost four completed items now. So,
that's... Azir Turret's going to come down to try to slow down this push. The Baron has ended, so they're not having that additionally with them. But it doesn't even matter that much. They're still pushing towards this tower. Rodolph is still really, really tanky, and they can't hard engage at this point. They're hoping U of M makes a mistake again and someone steps out of the pocket. But so far, all they're able to do right now is just continue the siege and continue putting damage. They're going to get this middle inhibitor. Meanwhile, super minions are pushing over in the bottom lane, so they do have to answer that. So University of Manitoba should be able to just rotate top and take the top inhibitor.
Yeah, huge wave top that University of Manitoba can use, but here comes Firehoops.
Yeah, big fight has to come up though. Hardway's gonna miss his ultimate, so that's a gigantic cooldown that's gonna be gone. The Redemption's gonna come down and kill some members of University of Manitoba up here. They're working now on this inhibitor, so Miami just has to force a fight here at this point, or else they just lose the game. Super minions are coming out now. They don't force that fight that I was just mentioning, so they're gonna live another day, but it might just be a foregone conclusion at this point. There's 30 seconds remaining left on the Baron to respawn.
Yeah, triple inhibitors down, 2 super minions per wave gonna be coming in for the University of Manitoba squad, and that is Jinx able to clear those out relatively fast. I mean, if they had Ezreal, this would be pretty much over. That Jinx and Azir able to clear out those minion waves pretty fast, which is good. But yeah, there's almost no way they can contest Baron when their base is in shambles like this.
So they are able to get that done. Again, Baron's going to be happening here. Nidalee is over by the Baron, knowing you got to get a miracle steal is basically your hope at this point. But a good job zoning him out is Soul currently saying, hey, get away from Baron. You don't get to be near it. You're not stealing this game.
Yeah, good work by Dude Salad to get a little bit of vision down there. Pretty risky, but probably worth that risk just to kind of see where they are on the map. They are going to clear out these wards, but now they know where they are. And Fire trying his luck against Rodolph.
Yeah, trying to fight 1v1, but the ultimate from Mouse Deal actually makes it a 2v1. But good job by the rest of the team to come here and answer Rodolph here, because you couldn't fight him 1v1, but you can fight him that way. But still, again, like you said, Baron in the meantime was the real objective for University of Manitoba.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all University of Miami could have done, but it's a really tough situation. Dude Salad also goes down, Malzahar Flash, E to finish her off, and finish that Nidalee off here. And Soul comes in, gets poked down. They are just gonna slowly march on towards the Nexus.
The Baron powered super minions are probably going to be too much to handle, especially Dude Salad's not alive yet either, so he's not there to contribute any amount of wave here in this fight. Again, Azir and Jinx do a ton, but it's not going to be enough. So here comes Azir trying to make something happen. He gets melted and he's gone. Soul's going to pick up that kill. Soul goes towards the back line. They don't even care that he dies. They're looking to win this game. That's game 3. That means playoffs for University of Manitoba. It means scholarships going over to these players. This Nexus is down real low. Double kill comes up for Harway. Triple kill. Let's make it. And University of Manitoba is on their way to the playoffs.
Really great game for Game 3. Congratulations, University of Manitoba, for that scholarship and that playoff berth. And really, really nice play by Rodolph in this game. Really good job by the U of M in general to come back from actually another early lead taken by Dude Salad with that Nidalee. But just good job by U of M to stop the bleeding there, get their heads back in the game, and get that Game 3 in the bag.
Yeah, so again, 2 undefeated teams, 2 titans going at each other in collegiate esports, and University of Manitoba is the team to make it on top. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. We are going to be jumping into the JV1 stream after this in a little bit, but we're going to take a short break as we kind of organize that, and we'll be back with more University of Manitoba action as we move over to the CSL and check out our JV1.